In today's video, we're going to take a look at the top 8 most aggressive animals. Number 8. Barracuda. Barracudas are found in subtropical waters around the world and live around coral reefs. Between 20 inches to 6.5 feet long, barracudas are both scavengers and ambush predators. Because of this, they may mistake a swimmer in their midst for a predator who has just had a meal and may be shedding bits of their catch. Barracudas have bad eyesight but are attracted to shiny objects which they mistake for light glinting off the scales of a fish. They have powerful jaws filled with fangs and can swim in bursts of 25 miles per hour. With this in mind, even an exploratory bite can do some damage. Number 7. Black Mamba. Like most other animals, the black mamba does not seek confrontations with people, but when it is cornered, it is notorious for its aggressiveness. It gets its name not so much from the color of its scales, which range from dark brown to gray, but for the color of the inside of its mouth when it gapes in a threatening display. Found in southern Africa and parts of Central and East Africa, the black mamba often grows to over 9 feet in length, and snakes that were longer than 14 feet have been described. When it attacks, the mamba will bite again and again, so the victim might have more than one set of tooth marks. The venom is a neurotoxin, and its effects are felt minutes after it is delivered. If the person isn't quickly treated with anti-venom, they will die within 7 to 15 hours as their cardiovascular system collapses. Number 6. Chimpanzee. One reason that chimpanzees don't kill or injure more humans than they do is that they are elusive and difficult to find in their natural habitat. Once thought peaceful, it became obvious to researchers such as Jane Goodall that chimps can behave with a nearly human-like viciousness. In some sense, they lack a theory of mind, which means they can't understand or empathize with their victims. The horror of a chimpanzee attacks on humans is that they are intelligent enough to attack those areas of the human body that humans value, such as the face, the hands, or, in males at least, the genitals. Yet chimps, who are 1.3 to 1.5 times stronger than humans, are animal enough to be relentless. Chimpanzees have been known to kill and eat human babies, probably mistaking them for their favorite primate prey, the colobus monkeys. Chimps also attack people who get them drunk or who they view as rivals. St. James Davis, a former NASCAR driver, was severely mauled by 2 chimps who became jealous after he brought a birthday cake for his former pet chimp, Mo, and didn't share any with them. Still, too many people keep chimpanzees as pets, or even surrogate children. Number 5. African Buffalo. Unlike the hippopotamus, the African buffalo's huge, curved horns and robust muscular body keeps humans from thinking it is cuddly. One of the big 5 of big game hunters, it has a reputation for both aggressiveness and what seems like vengeance. Only the lion and the biggest crocodiles think of it as potential prey. Unlike its Asian cousin, the water buffalo, humans never domesticated the African buffalo. The African buffalo kills about 200 people a year, though it's not as aggressive as hippopotamus. The biggest buffaloes can weigh between 1,100 and 2,200 pounds. The male's vicious horns come together to form a boss at the top of its head and sweep down and back to come to very sharp points. It takes 8 or 9 years for the boss to harden. Number 4. Horsefly. Like the mosquito, the female horsefly needs a blood meal in order to successfully reproduce. Unlike the female mosquito, however, the horsefly does not approach its victims tentatively, nor is it easily dissuaded. Moreover, its bite is memorably painful. Biologists believe this is because the horsefly evolved to bite animals that couldn't easily swat it away, so it didn't bother to evolve an anesthetic in its saliva like the mosquito. Depending on the species, the horsefly is a medium to large insect between 0.2 and 2.4 inches long. Most are brown, grayish brown, or black, with huge compound eyes that can be iridescent in light. The horsefly uses its Swiss Army knife-like mouth parts to slice open a wound. It then laps up the blood and adds anticoagulants to keep it from clotting. because the bite is so painful, the horsefly will be quickly brushed away. In that case, it'll either keep trying to come back or find another host. This is how the horsefly spreads diseases and parasites. Number 3. Hippopotamus. People simply can't believe the hippos are as aggressive as they are. Blubbery, herbivorous, seemingly lethargic, partially aquatic with incredibly cute babies. It is astonishing to learn that hippos kill at least 500 people every year. Found nearly everywhere in the sub-Saharan Africa, as well as along the Nile River. The hippo can move surprisingly fast on land. A determined hippo can sprint at 19 miles per hour. A hippo can grow between 9.5 to nearly 17 feet long, excluding a tail that's a bit over a foot in length. They stand from 4 to 5 feet tall at the shoulder and easily weigh over a ton. A big male can weigh over 2 tons, and not only that, males never stop growing during their 50-year lifespan. Their lower incisors and astonishing lower canine teeth also never stop growing. They have been known to use this impressive weaponry to kill people. People have been overcome and trampled on land. Hippos are also fond of capsizing small boats, then attacking the people who fall into the water. Number 2. Fire ant. The fire ant gets the number 2 spot because it is one of the few animals that attack for what seems like no reason whatsoever. Social insects, such as wasps or bees, can be expected to defend their colony. But a fire ant that is simply patrolling around will crawl up a barefoot and sting and bite for what seems like no other reason than the foot is in its way. While its sting may not be as hideously and lastingly painful as the sting of South America's bullet ant, the fire ant comes by its name honestly. The pain of its sting feels like being pierced by a red-hot needle and lasts for some hours. People who are sensitive to fire ants' venom, which is made of poisons called solenopsins, can become ill if they are bitten by many fire ants, and some can go even into anaphylactic shock. Fire ants are not only aggressive toward people, but toward other species of ants. It is unusual to find an area where fire ants and other types of ants live harmoniously. Number 1. Nile Crocodile. The Nile Crocodile gets the number 1 spot because it is the only animal on the list to consider humans as a regular part of its diet. It's just as likely to grab a human that strays too close to the water's edge as it would a wildebeest. Hundreds of people are killed by the Nile crocodile every year. This crocodile is found in at least 26 countries in sub-Saharan Africa and lives in fresh or slightly brackish water. The length of a male is between 11.5 and 16 feet, and it can weigh between 500 and 1,650 pounds. Though there have been cases of crocodiles longer than 20 feet that weigh over a ton. Females are generally 30% smaller than the males. The Nile crocodile is an ambush predator whose jaws are uniquely powerful and whose teeth are tough and sharp enough to pierce through hide. Because of the unbreakable grip of its jaws, all a Nile crocodile needs to do is drag an even larger animal underwater and wait for it to drown before it starts to feed. As its teeth are made for gripping and not chewing, the crocodile goes into what's called a death roll to tear its prey to pieces, the better to swallow it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please click the like button and subscribe.